Okay, let's go through all the alts. I'll focus what is the required level in this call. So we want our to be at this level. Right now it's flat, as you could see, no threat. Okay. I think in my previous call I mentioned key levels, but this I would just highlight, point at, you can figure out later, right? I'll just point out like this. So this low is important, and then this low, and ultimately this is too late, right? So this low is important, and then this low is important from risk management point of view. We want ADA to be at this level, right? Whatever is the level. So in this call, I'll just highlight, because this is being recorded. You can pause, you can look into your chart, and so I won't spend a lot of time in numbers. I'll just simply say we want this level, which is, this is R14. This is flat at this moment, no immediate threat. This is the support. There's no interim support for this one, unfortunately. As far as candle is concerned, this is the these are the supports, major support zone, right? Ultimately, but this is too low. If you look at it, this is like 50% down the line. So if it breaks below this level, which is 1.58, then there is a risk. So you take care accordingly, okay? And one more thing I have to keep repeating, that try to go for multiple stop losses, 3 to 5, right? No single stop loss, otherwise you will regret. Algo pump and dump. Um, so that's why another tip I'm going to give you: look for end of the closing value, not intraday volume. So sorry, intraday movement. Sometime intraday you will see spike both side, upside or downside. You have to see how the day closes, and then you can say how 2 day 3 day closes, and how you see weekly closes. So if you think from that point of view, it will give you more clarity. For example, we are looking for 3 day, so 3 day, third day, today it will end third day, right? So how this day closes 3 day, you have to see that. Similarly, look for 1 day time frame and see how day closes. So sometime you see a major push on the upside or downside, whether whatever is the direction, but don't trust those intraday movement a lot. You can take clues from intraday movement, but you have to see how day closes. So this is my suggestion, okay? That don't rely too much and don't react too much on intraday. So if it pumps, if you can time for entry exit, but usually avoid. I don't like pump and dump, because it's like it's like lottery. I mean, you might be able to catch or not, but don't get excited. Don't FOMO. If it goes up, it's not going to go anywhere. I mean, don't think that you're missing anything. Okay, be relaxed. Trading is not to be done in hurry. Be relaxed. Even if it pumps by, just be calm. If you miss, fine. Something else will come. Okay. So algo, this particular low is important, then this low is important, and of course the support final. And yeah, you see this channel, because if it comes down to this channel, then it's not good. So this is not bad, but it's not good for opportunity. So right now what I see here is, unless there is, there are always exception, but on a broader scale, new money is, this is not right time to put new money. Not financial advice, but I would not put new money, let me say that, because right now I want to see how it goes, right? So there's a difference between someone who is holding and someone with cash and wants to buy. You have to have different strategy. I would not spend money at this moment on long. In fact, I may go short a little. to hedge. We'll talk about that as well. I briefly talk about it in my post, but I'll probably expand my thoughts more in one of the calls I did during the week. But this is being recorded, so I'll do it more in detail for your benefit. Anyway, so let's continue. So Alice is looking good. So some coin, selectively speaking, are looking good, and we have to see if they are able to sustain and go against Bitcoin. If I have to jump and digress a bit, I'll say render coin is the coin is is the only coin. RNDR, I'll say, is the coin which has been consistently doing well. So please don't ignore this coin. Okay, that's my message, because it is doing something which no other coin is doing consistently in recent time. Things change. I'm saying today and for last 3 weeks of data tells me there's no other consistent coin that I have seen, like not like RNDR. So this is the coin could provide you opportunity in during this tough time. So you know what I mean. Alice is showing a good sign, right? So it is trying to go up. So this is an opportunity, in my opinion. This is an opportunity. So for Alice, no need to think about any risk at this moment. Atom, the today's low to be tracked. You see, it's making new low every other day. Yeah, low, low, low. So it's making new low, and then, so it's making lower low and lower high. Lower high. You see, the high is getting. So you see, it's dragging. It's dragging along this line. So this is the level that you have to watch. Okay. We want it to be above R7. So both levels are important to be noted. So this zone is a no trade zone, you may say that, not from financial advice point of view, but a setup point of view. That unless it breaks, so R7 is needed for Atom, and this each low is important. As I said, think about multiple stop losses always. AVEX is doing well, right? It's making it's so I have to give you R14 now, correct? It's breaking above R13. So AVEX is in a very different mood, good mood. So I would also put AVEX with a render coin category. Very amazing coin. This is amazing coin. Even mind blowing. So you see, we have to be subjective here. We cannot talk about crypto in one line. Got to be subjective. So if I'm focusing on something, you take that as clue. XS is flat, no risk as such, but no opportunity as such. It has to break above. So I'll just bring up the green level a bit just to avoid the spikes, right? And I'll just make it 168 to be just a round figure. I would say unless and until it breaks above 168, expect it to continue moving sideways. So it's very simple. 104 is the potential. I mean, breaking below 104 is a risk, and yeah, and 168 will provide opportunity. This is nothing, right? And anyone who tries to assess something is likely to get frustrated. So if you want to avoid frustration, then keep these two levels in mind. This is consolidation. So you got to identify whether asset or coin is consolidating or there is uptrend or downtrend. There are three phases of any asset, not just crypto, but anything. Uptrend, sideway, which is consolidation, and then the downtrend. And it varies. If you track at a 3-day time frame, it varies 1 week, it varies 1 month, varies. So you as a trader, you have to decide which. I'm taking optimum. 3 day, neither 1 week, which is important, but so 1 day is very volatile sometimes. So 3 day I find optimum. So if I see consolidation on 3 day, there's nothing, you cannot make money here. This it has to break above and then go for new all-time high. Again, this could take time. No threat, no opportunity at this moment, kind of flat. So this is also like this for 490. It should not break 490, especially 433. So you can say this is my first defense, this is my second defense. After this I don't care, because then it will break this trend, and I want it to be about this. So that's why I extend, so I'll have to just extend it, because you never know how much time it may take. So you have to track this level, 700 level, then there's opportunity, and then risk below these levels, there's nothing here. Okay, then like next is CELR. It is also making lower low, lower high. You see it's dragging, there's no sign of bounce, there's no sustainable bounce. There's bounce but it's not sustainable, which is changing any trend. So I would say it requires at least above R3, which is whatever is the level. It has to break above that level, and then we talk. Ideally I would say if it breaks above 0.17, then it's good. So there's no threat, there's no opportunity. I would say this level is important, 0.077, and then second is this one from risk management point of view. Grow is also one of the good ones actually. So this is third one, I would say. This is more volatile. It's a little inconsistent. Like I would not say inconsistent, but volatile. I think that's the right way to put it. But it's making progress. As you could see, it has hit this resistance. It's not giving up. There was little correction, now it's back. So I would say it's making progress, so there's absolutely no issue. And the next level is this. So right now it's moving up, nice volume, as you could see. So far so good, there's no threat. Doge has hit the support. We talked about in one of the calls. Now I would, so it's not able to break above this trend line in a clean manner, right? So it's still below, and now it has actually broken this local trend line, which makes Doge, which, yeah, it is weaker than a week or 2 week ago. You can draw a simple line like this. It's on edge, but this is weakness, and it has touched this again. Now the pattern could change then it could become descending triangle. If it continues going down, then it's end of the game, as far as the opportunity, end of the opportunity. Because if it comes down to this and creates this huge and beautiful descending, not in a good way, but technically speaking, this is as perfect as you could think of. If it continues going down, it could go up and then go down. So even if it comes down, it won't go down in one go. It could touch this, bounces and return. So this zone, I would say, I would consider this zone, whatever is the level, 0.16 something, right? This zone is so super critical. I should connect these 2 points, and I'll extend this because we don't know when it might have. We can we can have a projection like in this way. So approximately, so in the month of December, we don't want this to be here, because if this is here, then it's gone. Probably I have to change my currency also for opportunity channel, because I'll be in big loss. uh yeah. So anyway, so at this moment I would say it's not that bad. It's higher than this low, But if this low is broken, then my heart will be broken. Okay, just kidding. So opportunity wise, we need 0.32. 0.32 is needed. So this is tricky. So there is nothing, no risk, no opportunity. Dot. See the dot is something. Dot is very similar to Bitcoin structure wise. You can study it. Very similar. You take a printout. Very similar. Anyway, um, what else? Here very simple. It has almost touched R14. So I would say this is not that bad. It must not break the support. I would simply say that. And if it can break above 49, then I think it makes sense. So 49 will provide opportunity, but if it continued going down like this, it's melting. It's not crash. It's melting every other day. It's making new low. So eh, this is your key level 32. After that, of course, this is the level, but who cares? This is too deep, in my opinion. So it doesn't make sense. There's no, in trading there is no, I mean, human is full of hope, because this is what we learn. We should be hopeful, but in trading, please don't hope for anything. Okay, trading is a mechanical process. The bots do well because they don't have hope, they have algorithm. Human are not so good because they have hope. Hope is good for relationship and other human relationship. Okay, other matters, not in trading. Hope doesn't give you good trade. Hope is a placebo. It's not reality. It doesn't mean you, so don't get me wrong. What I mean is, if something is weak, and if you hope that, hope it will, if it does well, it doesn't change. That's what I mean. You cannot change. Hope cannot change the situation. Okay, I would say just accept the reality as it is and take action. Your risk management is more helpful than hope. So prefer risk management if there is any weakness than hope. Hope is not going to help you making money. The human factors, human emotions, try to park them somewhere else when you're trading. Those are not required here. EGLD is good. This coin is strong. Not, I mean, compared to many other. So I would say there's no risk I see here. Subjectively speaking, if it changes, we'll see. At this moment, I don't see. It's actually rising. There's one thing I see here, that it's you see beautiful. Why it stop? So I would say this is little tricky. Little tricky. This is kind of invert head and shoulder. If you notice this is inverted head and shoulder, not a very regular one, very deformed one. Like this is the left hand, this is the head part, and this is the shoulder. So inverted, and this is a neckline, so to speak. Somebody, you can draw like this as well. Not a perfect one, but you can draw like this. These are spikes, so it's all right. In short, this is a point of decision. So yeah, so you just, there's no risk, but this is a decisive level, I would say. This is a decisive level. There you will see sometimes wicks lying away, so it could go down from here as well, but right now it's heading up. So it is likely to continue looking at the current state. So if so, there is no risk unless it breaks below R14, right? So you can expect it to hit R16 unless it breaks R14, which is 290. Ethereum. So Ethereum has touched R16. Ethereum has touched this R16. So that is a natural support. And there's again, similar to Bitcoin, I would simply draw a line like this. You see, it has touched it. Bitcoin hasn't touched it. Ethereum has touched it. So this is a confluence zone. From this support point of view, like previous resistance and a trend line. So we can put a dot here. Dot is so perfect, but I mean, we can say this is the zone where if it goes down, then again, similar to Bitcoin, it can create a head like this. And this could go all the way to 3200, 3300 range, 3400 range. So the next level would be this level. It might go slow. So the yellow level, I would put a yellow level here in a range of 33 to 34. Okay, yellow dot. And again, same story, it will go up, or if not, then it will look for this. So then it will just extend and complete the curve like this. Okay, so right now it's here. Oops, it's here like this, right? And then it could go up like this, or it will then touch this, then bounce. The bounce will then again go up, like similar to Bitcoin, and then otherwise it will continue going down like this. I hope it's clear too. The levels are clear to you. This is important, very important, very, very important. So the bounce is not good enough. The intraday bounce was good. That was not good enough. I mean, don't rely on intraday bounce, as I mentioned earlier. The same is true. Don't rely on intraday down the wick, the drop. Sometimes it happens. Alice is moving up, you see, as we talk. So Filecoin is at risk. As you see, it has penetrated the support. Still it's above. It has penetrated. It is not closing below the support. If it closes below the support, then it's not good. And this is about to break this structure. That means if this is low is broken, it is looking for this level, which is not good, which is 40, which is bad, 20% down, right? So I would say this is still trying to survive, but this is weak coin at this moment. This coin has to break above 70 plus 71. So ignore this coin. FTM. So FTM almost touched the support line. The bounce is good, but not high enough yet. It has to break above the red line, at least 2.4. I don't know why I drew the red line. I usually don't do. Maybe I should remove it. So I would say maybe I didn't change the color. I was explaining and then kept the line. 2.993 is required level. Okay, 2.93 is a required level. Ideally, R6 is required. Ideally, it's good to see it's back to R5, right? But this is not good enough. Okay, it's not good enough, but not bad. Keep watching. If it breaks below this one, then you have to be. In fact, I highlighted this FTM for last 2-3 weeks. I've been highlighting that it has run a lot, so be careful, because sometime when a coin has run a lot, then the coin is more vulnerable when it goes down, because then it goes for the same. It when it reverses, it's going to reverse with the same percentage. So if this continues going down, you're going to see this, and this is again head and shoulder. There are a lot of head and shoulder. I hope you're able to pick this one very. This is a clean one, and unlike Bitcoin, this is actually hit around 40%. Bitcoin is here. I know this is here, but Bitcoin didn't touch this one. It has touched this one and went up. But I'm still considering this is the low. So this is more vulnerable and showing early sign. Sometime I'll give some early sign. You see, this is head. This is left shoulder. And then this gives you the neckline, right, which is also the high of this one. So this is so interesting. You can actually extend this whole entire thing like this. This is the most important boundary. Yeah, so if this is broken below, this is the end game for FTM. But it, so you keep watching it, right? FTM did wonderful job, and we have higher target as well. But as you know, the next one is valid only when it breaks the recent one. It's simple, right? This is how it works. Resistance has to be broken above for next resistance to be valid. And for last 2-3 weeks I've been saying that this is showing weakness, and you have to just come out of this mindset. FTM was a star, but if it is not no longer a star, change your mindset, okay, as a trader, right? If it starts doing well, then so be with the winner. Very simple, right? Be, I mean, some people just cling, to the coin as if they married to a coin, and I say don't do that. There's no benefit. Coin doesn't know you, the team doesn't know you, the project doesn't know you. There's no need to be loyal about it. There's no loyalty in clinging to any coin. Okay, look for your balance, look for your profit. That matters the most. Okay, try to increase your dollar. That matters the most. Coin is just a taxi. Okay, so yeah, and we love to be with a coin as long as they're profitable. So it's not we do in and out, we do nice swing trading. But if it starts weakening, you have to cut loose, right? Slowly. It doesn't make sense to keep holding. You don't want to see, if you bought and enjoy, you don't want to see it's going down like this. I'm not saying it's happening, but what if it happens? You don't want to lose your gain, right? So don't cling to your coin. Bag. People say bag. I'm holding bag, but you have to cut loose your bag sometimes. Slowly. I'm not saying all of a sudden, but slowly. You cannot let your bag to drain out completely. That's insane, right? And here you are getting information which levels are important. You have to act on it. If you don't act, it's a choice. But then the whole effort is useless. Now FTT is not okay. It's flat, not at risk. This is near support, so it's not okay in that regard. It has to break above 72 in my opinion. So maybe this coin was added with a green level and it never reached to the green level. So that's a bit unfortunate. It's so important. Even if it was looking good, I gave this green level, saying if it green level breaks above, then R1. You'll see what happened. It tried multiple times actually here on intraday or on daily. It didn't. It couldn't. And so what? So you cannot enter. I mean, you didn't get any opportunity here. So that's what it is. So I should remove this coin because it never met the entry criterion here. So we can remove it. I'm just keeping it, but this coin is not showing any opportunity. As simple. The market is melting as you see. See the things change so fast compared to what we started in now. I'm not trying to give you any kind of pressure, okay? But feel free to talk to me. Um, Don't listen to those kind of who keep saying 100k, 100k. Man, look at the present. GRT. Okay, GRT is flat. At this moment, there's no major threat. This is a trend line. If it hits trend line, that's your alert. Keep this is very simple. You can draw on your trading view. You don't need to be an expert in drawing this. You can draw. I insist. Okay. So if it taps, because it can touch anytime, if it touches and start breaking below, that's your point of concern. So that's your first. This is your first defense. And then of course this cluster you see, then you can draw simple horizontal lines. Then this is the support, right? And this is the support, and but this is too deep in my point of view. If it breaks below this, then it's no good. It doesn't make sense. It's too deep. It has to go up from here. So from opportunity point of view, I would say it has to break above the recent interim resistance. See, it touched this resistance and pull. 1.3 is needed in short. Unless you see 1.3, there's no new opportunity, and there's no point of concern as long as it's here. But yeah, if it breaks below this white and this cluster, then there is risk. If you plan based on the levels, I'm telling you, you will be you will feel so comforting, so comforting. But you have to be like pot. Please don't get your emotion in, and then don't break your rule. I'm not saying you follow me. Don't get. You may take my input. You follow what you think is right, but my strong suggestion, which you can say advice, that don't change your rule. If you are if don't change your rule, don't change your plan. When I say, I should say plan. If your plan is to get out at certain level, and if coin starts dropping, don't change your plan. Some people do that. They lower their stop loss. They think that, oh, it might bounce. You because you cannot see your position getting stopped out. But the reason why you have stop loss is to protect your asset. You cannot change it. So what you take my input, or whatever you decide, okay. You can take anyone's input. The point is, whatever you decide, please don't change it. That's the number one rule for stop loss. You're not supposed to change your stop loss. Let it hit. Don't change it. That's advice. I don't mind saying that. Okay. KCS is not bad. As you could see, it's holding up pretty well. Right. This coin probably in demand because the platform related coins usually are needed for various reasons. So probably it's holding up pretty well. Anyway, so if it breaks above R4, then opportunity. Right now there is no opportunity. This is just flat, as you can see, but very narrow range, which is much better position compared to many other. So preservation of value point of view, this is much better than some other coins. KDA, I highlighted that it is exhausted. I'm repeating again, it has been an amazing coin, and we added for reason it has hit 5 targets, 5 resistance. But I'm calling out that it is exhausted. Okay, it is exhausted. It's up to you or how you treat it. Unless it breaks above the upper, I can give you next one. That's not a problem. Okay, but if you are not, if you are in the same mindset that it's amazing and star, it is star. The point is that star is fading. That's my point. So be careful. It could touch this support. KSM has touched the support. Okay, so it's already signaling risk. And then there are a lot of lows. You see, very confusing. So KSM, if this low is broken, maybe the last one is this one, 295. I would my support, I'm not going to change my support. but I'm giving you one more here on this call, 290, 295 roughly, right? There are always some support, but to me, I'm not going to change this. So this has touched. So this is already red flag to me. So the KSM is not looking good. Link has broken the support. I'm not going to change the support. You can look for this as a next support 23, and then this one is 20. LTC, you can look for this recent low as support, and of course this as the last support 166. After that, nothing. Oh, opportunity wise, I should mention, of course, opportunity wise, it has to break above R6 for the link, right? And for KSM, it R10. It has to break above R10, nothing less. LTC we talked about. LTC has to break above 258. Luna is flat. It's not at risk, but if it breaks below the blue 3490 and then 3010, then these are the two defensive level defense. I mean, say, yeah. So it's not bad as far as opportunity is concerned. It has to break above 56. This is otherwise this is there's no opportunity in simple words at this moment. MANA was really doing well yesterday, and structure was still good. So I would not say that it's at risk. But when you deal with MANA, this mana coin, be ready with the volatility because it swings a lot, right? So you got to be prepared with this volatility. If you are not someone who can handle this much, you can look for alternative, or you may reduce it. So sometime reduction gives some relief. So it depends. This is not about mana, but in general, when you see this is too much for me as far as that percentage movement, then that the percentage allocation has to be smaller. Very intuitive. There's no TA. Whatever I said is more logical, common sense kind of a thing. When you build your portfolio, anytime you see this is too much for me, reduce its percentage allocation. Very simple method. Matic has touched the trend line. That means it's flashing a red signal, right? So this is the 1.28 is the support. Consider this as a warning from Matic. It's at risk. I mean, at this moment, on edge, I would say. It has to break about 2.3. Right now it's on edge. Yeah, and 1.28 is my support. After that, you can think about this low as 1.4 and then this also, but to me, that's too deep as far as percentage is concerned. So, but yeah, technically speaking, these are supports. There's no absolute support. There's no only one support. There are always multiple supports, right? As resistance, there's no one resistance. There are multiple resistance. A trader has to decide. All the supports are, I think, as a different train station. Train will keep going. You have to decide which station is for you, where you want to off board. Yes, it's up to you. Train will keep moving. Yeah, there will be one final stop. There's always a final stop. So as a trader, you're like a passenger, and all the support I'm showing is like train station, right? So you decide as a passenger where you want to get down. One is looking good, especially when I say looking good means the bounce is good. I should not say it has to break above 0.32 in order for us to say okay, now it really wants to go up. So it's not at threat like many other. It's up by 11% and not bad. But if you look at it, it's not able to make new high. It made new low. It hasn't made a new high. If I zoom in, hope it's visible. So I would say it requires at least 0.33 plus. Then you can say at this moment, no opportunity, no risk. Opal, I think Opal, we can say same thing, same narrate. So if R3 is your next defense, if it breaks R3, I will lose interest. It has almost touched R4, so I think it's between R3 and R4, right? So I would say it's neutral at this moment. No immediate risk, but look for R3 if you're tracking this one. So here comes the hero, RNTR. Look at the performance. Now you tell me. I have kept the R6 and R7 ready. I haven't shared R7 yet. I think I shared R6, but I calculated R7 as well. Man, there's nothing, and this is something. So just don't ignore it. It's up to you, ultimately. Nothing else. I'm not saying this will keep on going. We'll monitor it. Nothing is forever. But this is the star. Shining star. I don't have to explain. Look at the performance and the volume. Sand is looking good. It's down by 6%, but it's still above R6, R5. If it breaks above R5, then things will change. Situation will change. As far as current situation is concerned, you can expect it to continue and hit R6. But that will change if R5 is broken below, especially this particular low, which is 3.58. If 3.58 is broken below, then that there is more downside risk. At this moment, this looks good. The ship coin is going down gradually, so it had a nice bounce, retested, but now I think it's gone. Gone in a sense that bounce is gone. It was a good one. It was really good one, but now it's gone. Uh, it's near support. It's not dying. It's still above R5. When I say it's not dead, it's dying, but it's not dead. Slow death. It has to break above R6 to stop this bleeding. So I should not say dying, but it's bleeding. Yeah, so you see, it's downtrend. This is a counter trend, and if it breaks below this support, then I'm not interested. We should take out this. We'll take out. In fact, I feel that I remove some coin just to avoid anyone to take any coin. Some, I think, by mistake. Anyway, I froze coins. I hope everybody noted that long before this correction. You must have noted that I froze coin for now. You would appreciate why I froze those coins. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. Bit slow. Okay, SKL is flat right now. Same thing. No risk, no opportunity. It has to break above 0.4. Then we'll see. It tried multiple times to break above. It couldn't. At this moment, it's middle of this breakout level. These are two breakout: upward breakout, downward breakout. Breakouts are not always upward. Okay, breakout are, technically speaking, downward breakout and upward breakout. So it's right in the middle. But if it approaches this, then you got to be careful. So now Soul has been a star. Who can deny? Yeah, who can deny? But the star is fading slowly. It's not dying, it's fading. If it breaks below R173, consider as a serious threat to its movement. I'll At this moment it's not that bad. It's staying near R19. If it breaks this low and especially 173, then it's a serious matter. Then it could come down to 138 and complete the whole entire head. You saw the head, and I don't want to talk. You can imagine, because then this is your left shoulder, and then this is, it will complete the head. This is your neckline. In that case, this support actually is here. Technically I won't change it, but this is your neckline 124, and then there's no support up until 70. I'm, I don't know, then it could just, I don't know, that way, right? There's no support. In short, there's only support is this. So that's why after this we don't know, then it's a full of risk. Okay, same time, if it breaks about 250, it's back in the game. Right now it's, I would say, no risk, no opportunity, same as many other coins, right? 170 for, oh sorry, 251 for opportunity, and 173 is a support, key support. And after that, this is a support, but this is too deep, right, in terms of percentage loss. Okay, tell is moving sideways near support, and also it has broken the trend line, so consider this as a risk, right? So it's on edge, so whole entire zone, you can say this is the last level, because if this is broken it will come to this level, and after that we don't know, because it could go really deep. So be careful. It's already on edge. So if this level is broken 0.016, I think got to be serious about, because then I see this next level is the next, and then of course this level. But right now, yeah, on edge. Opportunity wise, I would say it requires at least 0.03. Then you can say that, and then it's back in the game. There was a nice attempt like algo is similar to algo, but this is intraday. Anything intraday is not reliable. Okay, theta is already, so this is also near support. If this is broken below, it will look for this support, and of course very similar structure. Some coins are having similar structure, as you would have seen it, right? Very similar structure. So this is important. I don't think after this it's not good. I mean, then it will change the balance. At this moment this is in balance, so this is high, this is low, this is mid. So I would say there's no opportunity unless it breaks above 8.9. Ideally it has to break about 10.4, right? 10.4 would be the best level for it to continue on the upside. The whole entire region is just consolidation. So the same consolidation could help breaking upward or downward. This is energy gathering phase we call consolidation, which could be used on both ways. When it goes down deep. When it goes up high. That's why these edges, these levels are very important. This is like in middle, in balance, but you need to know when the balance changes. So when it goes up to this level, it goes up. When it goes below this level, then you're saying looking for downside pressure. Very same story, same, nothing different, right? Now good balance. But if it breaks below this line, comes down to this, it will go off balance, If it breaks below, then it's a risk. Yeah. So at this moment, and it must break above, this is simple, it must break above 32. Right now it's just flat for uni. I spoke a lot today. Oh. VET, not bad compared to many other coin, but the same thing, keep an eye on this level, because if this is broken, then there's a downside risk. As far as opportunity is concerned, point two is a good level. Ideally this, but point two is good enough for it to continue on, touch this R13 and then go up, right? So point two is required. And so right now between point two and this level is kind of uncertainty, we don't know. And that's a good answer actually, because you know the levels. Okay, it has touched, VRA has touched the blue R2, I think it's the R2. So this is a support, you see reacted. If this is broken, it will look for this one. So this is your first defense, this is your second defense, right? If this is broken again, this is a major defense, but then it's too late. Similar structure, you see, left shoulder, then this is, in fact there are two patterns here. This is a parent one, this is a child one. You see a tiny shoulder and a head and a tiny, not a perfect one. So this is one structure, and then this is a outer structure. Very interesting. This is fractal. And if you zoom out, you can say this is left hand and this is head. But that this I would not say, because this is not good structure. So I would not say that. So yeah, but this is a good head and shoulder. This is shoulder, this is head. Information, like this is 20-25%, not complete yet. So that's why not so reliable. But if it breaks below this one, then you can simply say that then it will look for this level without any doubt, as far as pattern is concerned. So that ends our active list screening analysis, and I think I covered everything in detail, including Bitcoin, everything in great detail, with and so many other topics. So many other topics. Alice has gone up. I had highlighted before the call starts, right? So you see, and this could be sometimes you could get some short-term opportunity. So not advised, but you can have some spare amount for short-term opportunity, right? It depends on your time. Of course, you need to have some time as well, because you have to react to the situation and all that. But sometimes some phases are like for a few weeks, there could be some short-term opportunity only, because most of the coin might be moving sideways or melting. Then you could have short-term opportunities. uh the If anyone is interested in shorting, let me know. I can talk about it. I'll end the session here, recording. I mean, recording here, and take your question. Thanks, everyone.